Hey guys, so it is tutorial time and I have a very bright look, and it's interesting because I showed my boyfriend this look and I was like, oh, guess what look this is? That's what I always usually do, and he said old school red. And it's funny because I used to always rock really bright colors. I loved greens and bright blues back in the day, so it's definitely an old school red look. But I was actually influenced by this lady right here, Kelly Rowland, and I actually wrote down her makeup artist's name on this is her Instagram, Official Chics, and this is from the Kisses Down Low music video by Kelly Rowland, and everybody's been talking about it. I've already seen like 3 tutorials on this look in the week I've known about this video, because of the music video has such amazing, really fun, really bright makeup looks. And you know, makeup people like us, as soon as we see something like that's different and really bright and fun and, you know, playing with makeup, we gotta jump on it. And you guys know I don't really do a lot of music video looks, there's that many celebrity looks, a few here and there, but when I see something that like kind of inspires me, I have to do it. So this is the look. This is the brightest look from the video. Pull out your 88 palettes, your 120 palettes, because this look's gonna be very easy to do, and you should just pull out what you got. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is prime. I'm going to start out with a regular eyeshadow primer, which is kind of nude, but it's more for preventing creasing. This is the Sedona Lace Stick It To Them eyeshadow base. I put that one down first because the next base is really creamy. And this is a bright white base. I'm pretty sure most of you have it. It's the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. So it's a white base. Whenever you do really bright looks, you want to do a white eyeshadow base. It's almost like drawing on white paper. Like the colors will really pop. Okay, so let's move on to the color. Now my brow's already done. I did a more dramatic brow than usual because that's, you know, a bold look, so you need some brows to frame it. So let's jump to the colors. First off, I am going to start off with the inner corner, which is the yellow. Now I'm going to take a flat dense synthetic shader from, all these are going to be pretty much Vortex collection from Sedona Lace, and I'm going to pop on a really vibrant yellow. So the key right now is to really pat this bad boy on. You're going to pat it on so that way you can pack on the color. And since I have a little bit of a, you know, monolid action, I like to bring my color up a little bit higher. Now let's flip the brush over and we're going to get a bright green that's going to go in the outer half. Same methodology. If you do it this way, you don't have to worry about fallout so much. And I already have foundation on. And what I'm going to do now is use my brush on an angle and draw the outer V and then fill it in. I want to drag the colors, the yellow into the green, to kind of do a little blend transition. You can even take a little bit more of the yellow and blend it into the green so that way it's a smooth transition between. Okay, now I'm just going to take a neutral kind of warm brown on the same brush and use it as my crease transition to help blend. It's kind of like a very close to my skin tone type of color. So now I'm going to move to a much more darker green. So I'm going to take my pointed crease brush with this dark green, and I'm going to begin to edge out my outer V. So it's still a green, so it kind of stays bright. But as you can see, you can get a little bit more shape to your eye. I'm going to take a little bit more of a yellowy shade, and then I'm going to use that to help blend out that edge even more. To clean up the edges, I'm going to use a concealer and a clean synthetic shader brush. And all I'm going to do is go like this. And automatically, you get a nice clean edge. I'm going to put it also underneath my brow to kind of highlight that area. Okay, now to set the concealer, I'm going to take a very light, kind of peachy shade. it's a matte that's in the palette. Just using whatever is in the palette. Just take whatever nice highlight shade you like to use. Okay, so let's move on to liner. I'm going to take a black liquid liner and just do a regular line. Wing it out to meet the edge of the shadow. Now we're going to go to the lower lash line. I'm going to take the Milk Jumbo Pencil again. Now we're going to get it onto the waterline. It's okay if it goes onto the lower lash line too. It's fine. So now what we're going to do is take a white shadow from the palette and a little brush. I like to use lip brushes to get into really small spaces. And then I'm just going to set it and kind of even out the base. And then I'm going to take this Milani blue liquify pencil and we're going to put it on the lower lash line, especially on this outer half right here, and then fade it just in a little bit. It's going to be a nice base for the blue. Okay, so for the blue I'm going to take a couple of different shades. First I'm going to take a lighter, brighter blue and put it underneath and on top of the liner. And then I'm going to take a darker blue, and this is going to go more on the outer half. Like that, just to kind of add a little bit more brightness and a little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to take that blue and kind of drag it up a little bit to meet the edge of this top part. I think that kind of just brings everything together a little bit. And then I'm going to take a really dark bluish purple and put it right underneath here. And that's going to add it even more. Okay, so let's move on to the lashes. Now I actually took a pair of my cheapo like 12 lashes in a box from eBay from the brand Model 21, and I stacked them together, and that kind of gave a nice fuller look. I actually like how it turned out. So I stacked the two lashes and I'm going to use them, I'm going to stick them on with my Revlon lash adhesive, and I'll be right back. Okay, so lashes on, really dramatic, spiky, really like them. Okay, so let's move on to the rest of the face. So I already have my foundation on. I'm wearing L'Oreal True Match Illumi, and I love it because it's just so glowy and dewy. And I used a flat top buffer brush so that way I could kind of get more maximum coverage. So I find that layering a blush on top of a bronzer really makes your skin glow even more. It's a tip I learned from celebrity makeup artist Sam Fine when I went to one of his classes. I'm actually also going to use a brighter pink on the front end. So I had the hot magenta and then a brighter pink right here. So now for the lips, that's another central part of the look. We have the really bright eyes and then the hot pink on the cheeks, and then we have it's kind of like a really bright light pink, like almost like a neon, very pale pink. I'm going to take a little bit of the concealer first, and this is the NYX Full Coverage Concealer. Then I'm going to take a purpley kind of fuchsia lip liner. This one's by Jordana, called Silver Lilac. And lining with this will help make a pale lip a lot more wearable. So now we're going to take a pale pink. This is 901B from Wet n Wild. And I'm going to get